In terms of league racing, Webby 87 is not competing in a league right now. But recently, there have been rumours going around suggesting that he's potentially going to join the Creator Series for Season 3.
All of a sudden, social media starts lighting up. Multiple sources are claiming that this is going to happen.
This is one of the agents who's working about it, and the deal is on.
I'm literally losing my fucking mind right now.
It takes on a life of its own, and even F1 itself dropped a press release saying it could happen this weekend.
Well, here we go then, ladies and gentlemen. I'm pleased to say that I'm now competing in the Creator Series for Season 3, so a big thank you to Dirk Chocolate and everyone involved in running this very epic league. The first race and my debut was actually 2 weeks ago, but to be honest, we don't need to talk about that.
Gentlemen, a short view back to the past.
If I was on a one-stopper at the moment, I'd be thinking, look at what Tom's doing, I need to go into a two-stopper. As Webby's out of the session, we have a safety car. We have a safety car in the session. Let's try and catch what's happened here as we ride through the middle sector. There's been a moment down the back straight along the Pont de la Concorde, and Webby is out. That's the end of his involvement with the Canadian Grand Prix.
It's really simple, you know, if you're in a car that can score points and you're not scoring points, well, it's not the car, is it?
The next round was at Las Vegas and I was hoping for a slightly better result. I didn't actually record my gameplay in qualifying, but I basically did a solid lap to get into Q2, which was my only aim for qualifying, to be honest. But then in Q2, I put in a very juicy lap time that actually took me into Q3, which made me very happy indeed.
Great lap from Webby.
I then qualified P8 for the race, which was a full 100% race, so I was very nervous, to be honest.
I don't get nervous, but I'm starting to get a bit shaky, you know what I mean? I'm a little bit weak.
And it's pedal to the metal, and it is go.
Unfortunately,
go.
I lost footage of my gameplay on lap 1 as I was experiencing some technical difficulties, but I basically had a pretty good start and picked up 2 positions at the first corner before the safety car was brought out on the first lap. And then at the end of lap 3, the safety car was ending, so I pushed like crazy at the restart and managed to get ahead of Tom before realising the safety car never actually ended and the notification just came out a lap early. Well, anyway, the safety car actually did return to the pit the next lap, and I thought about trying to sneak past the 2 drivers ahead, but I decided to back out, and thank God I did, because they ended up having a bit of an incident, and all of a sudden, I found myself in P4. Wow. And bear in mind, my only aim is to try and scrape a points finish, so to be in this position now is kind of crazy for me. The main problem though was that the drivers behind me were a lot quicker than me, and there wasn't much point in trying to hold on to a position that I was gonna lose anyway. But shortly after, a safety car came out once again, and I wasn't sure whether or not to pit, as I always struggle with strategies under a safety car. But I noted that Tiamat Marduk ahead of me had also started on the soft tyres, so I honestly just decided to completely copy whatever he does, as I trusted his strategy calls a lot more than mine, to be honest. So when I saw him going into the pits at the end of the lap, I quickly followed him in, and when I saw that he was going onto the medium tyres, I also decided to go onto the medium tyres, and I was feeling fairly confident at the restart as I was on some fresh tyres, and I decided to pretty much just follow Tiamat Marduk, so whenever he overtook someone, I would also make the same overtake, and we ended up moving to P9 and 10 when yet another safety car came out.
Not another one?
And by the end of the safety car period, I was up to P7, as some cars ahead of me had gone into the pit. So 15 laps into the race, I was in a very solid point scoring position, and with fairly fresh tyres, and I was showing some decent pace. Surely I couldn't bottle this now.
Ooh, that hurt. That's an ouch moment, isn't it?
I can't keep the car behind.
Is the player actually going to go for it here? And he can't stop! And he has gone straight on!
Well, that was fucking dreadful.
Well, I think that has to be the worst safety car restart you've ever seen. In the 68 seconds following the safety car period, I managed to lose 5 positions and pick up a time penalty after I outbraked myself at turn 9. But I remembered that this was a marathon and not a sprint, so I kept my head up at the next restart and made sure to not lose any more positions. And I was still in the points, so I was feeling positive and thinking nothing could go wrong now.
A few inches later.
Well, unfortunately, something did go a bit wrong, and I ended up losing my front wing, which was not ideal to be honest. I of course pitted to get a new front wing, and for some reason I went onto the soft tyres, which was definitely not the best decision. But you know what? I still had some hope, as there had been like 1 million safety cars in the first 20 laps, so with 30 laps to go, surely there would be another safety car, which would allow me to catch up to everyone ahead. Well, unfortunately, there wasn't another safety car, and I ended up finishing P13, which was a bit of a shame considering where I was earlier on in the race, but overall there were lots of positives to take from this round, especially my pace in qualifying, which I was very happy with. The first half of the race was pretty good, but a skill issue and a front wing issue was what effectively ended my race.
First half was good, but second half was shit.
But anyway, I still enjoyed it, and I look forward to the next round, which is in Austria.
If you're still watching at this point, you might as well subscribe to Webby87. He would greatly appreciate it, and remember, if you subscribe to Webby87, then you will become a Webby87 subscriber.